I look around at the women around us today who we hold up as role models, Dominique, and I'm deeply alarmed. I'm disgusted. I'm concerned for my children. And I see nothing like her dignity, her class, her, I don't know, there was a serenity about her in her womanhood, in her appearance, in the way she put herself out there. And I think about, I'm sorry to keep ripping on Kim Kardashian because I don't think she's a bad person, but I do strongly object to what she's done to our culture. I really do. I think she's been a force for evil, more so than a force for good. And I understand she got Alice Marie Johnson out of prison and all that. And I love Alice Marie Johnson, and Kim did a good thing there. But this is Kim being celebrated in Interview magazine a week ago. This is her version of the American dream. She dropped her pants and she's got her naked bottom sticking out there with a far too photoshopped face. Given the chance to celebrate the American dream, this is what Kim Kardashian chose to do. I think it's disgusting. I think it's disgusting the same way I thought it was disgusting when J-Lo decided to show her vag at the Super Bowl as my then 6-year-old was watching, and Shakira too, right? The way I can't stand, Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B talking about their wet ass P words and celebrating, what kind of sex they can give a man based on the amount of lubrication. Our culture is going steadily downward. And instead of celebrating people who have the dignity and the class and the reserve of Queen Elizabeth, we celebrate this now like it's something to aspire to, and it's not. Your thoughts?
It's so funny that you mentioned that because I actually wrote a piece for the Daily Mail newspaper touching upon this exact topic about the role models that we have today, especially for young women. These role models are heavily sexualized. Their bodies are augmented. A lot of the time, for example, in Kim Kardashian's case, their bodies are augmented and then they deny ever having surgery. So you're presenting this unrealistic idea of what a woman looks like to young women and sort of warping what they aspire to be. Nowadays, it's not really about the sort of service, the duty, the class, the elegance that the Queen embodied. Nowadays, it's about being overtly sexual, narcissistic. I'm an independent woman. I don't need no man. Whilst at the same time basing a woman's value on what she can provide sexually to men. And when we think about how women and men view each other nowadays, is it any wonder that a lot of men view women as a piece of meat when we women espouse these views, when we're singing along to songs such as WAP, when we're idolizing women such as Kim Kardashian, who, they don't even know Kim Kardashian doesn't even know who she is, let alone what makes, a woman. So I agree with you. I think that what the Queen represented is long gone in today's society. And I think we should bring some of that back. And maybe one good thing will come out of her death. And that's reminding women all around the world what a true, dutiful and classy lady looked like.
Yes. And I don't want to sound like a prude because I understand part of being a woman and a beautiful woman, and that could be every single woman, depending on what's in her heart, is our sex appeal. I get that. And I don't mind the celebration of it. I really don't, even among powerful women. However, this is something different. WAP is something very different. That is not the celebration of one's sexuality in a way that's inspiring or empowering. It's just disgusting. It's just crass. It's crude, and it's lowbrow, right? And Miley Cyrus, I same, like on the Wrecking Ball, like, okay, she never misses an opportunity to show every part of her body. Like there's no screening of genitalia. It's too much. To me, I find it debasing. There's something, just debasing about it, where I feel like they're subjugating themselves to something and they shouldn't be. But so it's not all about the sexuality, the thing that I'm objecting to. It's about, class and the understanding that there's a different way forward, right? That you could represent womankind in a way that's really empowering and smart and elegant and forceful. And you don't always have to go to this place of just showing your vagina at the Super Bowl show, right? Like, what if you just drove around the Saudi leader in your Jeep at Balmoral and refused to slow down because the guy had never ridden in a Jeep with a woman driving, because the Saudis didn't let women drive then, and instead of slowing down, you accelerated, right? Like Queen Elizabeth. I just feel like women are throwing darts at the board right now trying to matter, and they're going about it all the wrong way.
I think it's because we're in a crisis culturally at the moment. Men and women are being told that they don't need each other when, in my personal opinion, biologically, men and women do need each other. We're intended to complement each other. And because women are told that, they shouldn't want to look nice for a man, they shouldn't want to be appealing to a man, but at the same time, they should aspire to sort of participate in hookup culture like men do, despite the fact that, women are very, very different creatures. We cannot, sleep around the same way men can without getting emotionally attached. We're told that we sort of need to stay away from each other and swap roles in this really bizarre way. And the reason why I think this is damaging is because it's led to a culture where we worship these celebrities that put all of their value on their looks. And look, I agree with you.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with, wanting to be attractive. All women, whether they admit this or not, I mean, let's just be truthful here. All women do aspire to be attractive to men, whether that be attractive to your husband, attractive to a love interest, attractive to your boyfriend. But there's a difference between being quietly sexy, quietly attractive, and just hanging it all out on display in this really crass way.
Yeah, and being desperate and looking desperate and setting a desperate example for other young girls. And the thing that Queen Elizabeth lacked, that these women, I mean, Kardashian more than any of them probably, have in abundance, is vanity. I feel like that photo of, whether it's Kardashian with the Marilyn Monroe dress, why did she need to touch that dress that was so revered and ruin it, right? It's her vanity. It's why do I need to see naked pictures of her all the time on the internet? It's her vanity. Why, when she's already a billionaire 3 times over, does she feel the need to show us her ass when asked about the American dream? It's her vanity. And Queen Elizabeth was the opposite of that. Yes, she always had a nice, sweet, coordinated outfit. She always had her makeup together. But here was an example of a woman who projected strength, steadiness through the storm, a classier way, elegance, manners. I mean, truly, the juxtaposition could not be more severe.
Oh, I completely agree. And I think what's lacking with that is, the Queen was very self-assured. She knew what her purpose was on this earth, and that was to serve her people and to serve the Commonwealth. So therefore, all of the sort of worldly things that we worship now in the modern day, she was above all of that. And that's why she is loved and will always be loved all over the world. And with celebrities like Kim Kardashian, the reason why they're indeed so dangerous is because they may appear outwardly confident, showing their behind for magazines, parading their vagina for underage people that are watching the Super Bowl to see. But inside, these people are extremely insecure. They likely don't really have an identity. And so they project that. And the media allows them to do this. They allow these people to create this unrealistic fairy world that doesn't actually exist for young girls. And then these young girls are trying to aspire to this, never really quite fitting the bill. And that's why in this day and age, we have so many young girls getting surgery, filling up their lips, doing things like OnlyFans, because our culture has told them that's what they should aspire to, rather than searching for a higher purpose on this earth like the Queen did. And it's really sad.
Are you tired of feeling like someone's always watching you on the internet? Weird. Maybe advertisers know just a little too much about you. They've been spying on your conversations, or you're just concerned about the privacy of your identity. Using incognito mode will not solve the problem either. IPVanish VPN is here to protect your right to privacy and to help you stay anonymous online. IPVanish helps you safely browse the internet without exposing your private details to third parties like hackers or your ISP or advertisers. When you use IPVanish, all of your data is encrypted. This means that your private details, your passwords, your communications, your browsing history, none of that is anybody's business. All of that and more will be completely shielded from falling into the wrong hands. Even your physical location will be hidden. IPVanish is offering an incredible 70% off their yearly plan for our listeners right now with a 30-day money-back guarantee. That's like getting 9 months for free. IPVanish is super easy to use as well. All you have to do is tap one button and you are instantly protected. Take your privacy back today with a brand rated 4.6 out of 5 on Trustpilot. Go to ipvanish.com/Megyn and use that promo code MEGYN to claim your 70% savings. That's ipvanish.com/Megyn. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.